here. I get stuck in all that damn traffic because of the rain, but now it's a good day. And you know why that is, Tom? Quick trivia. You got to think on your feet. Why is it a good day today?
Because it's hashtag Ska Wednesday.
That's a great answer. Why else?
Oh, because it's a Jer's Day.
Jer's Day. Jer's Day is today. Jerry's Subs and Pizza are here. They have brought lunch for all of the dregs of this radio station. The undeserved miscreants.
Mostly BA.
BA's going to have 3 or 4 subs. Where is Archie's 3 and the Bama Afghani? I need to get them in here. I need to get them eating. What are we doing? Come on. Better get up off your ass and get over here. I'm committing suicide. Now let's get on that. 800-636-1067 is the phone number. Again, just to refresh your memories, if you're calling in, this poll came in. They're no longer the number 1 team in America. They're no longer America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. The Broncos are. What is the ire drawn about the Dallas Cowboys about? That's the question. Stay on the line. All right, what are we doing here? Get their cheesesteaks. Are we going to bring Paul and Diana in? I'd love to say hi. Come on. We've been doing this now for 6 months. Let's get it under control here. By the way, jerry'susa.com. They're the home of the Chad Dukes cheesesteak if you're looking for an early supper or a late lunch. I highly recommend it. The Chad Dukes cheesesteak is available at all Jerry's Subs and Pizza locations. And if you tune into watchchaddukes.com, first of all, you can see the lovely Diana. Second of all, you can see the Bama Afghani and Archie's 3 are going to sit down and have themselves a sub eating contest, which is always fun. Paul, good to see you, first of all.
Good to see you, too.
What's on the menu today? Everybody's always excited when you guys come in.
We have the Chad Dukes, of course.
Awesome.
The regular chilled Italiano and the grilled Italiano.
And you have the
then we also have the double trouble.
The Double Trouble is the new leader in the clubhouse in the Dukes household. That thing is a monster. Bring an appetite if you want that. And it sounds like we raised a lot of money for our military kids also.
Yeah, we raised a lot of money. I think we're over 1,600 sold now.
Wow, that is amazing. So 1,600, the original goal for Chad Dukes Cheesesteaks was 500 subs. You guys have tripled that. That's unbelievable. It is still available. It is now a menu item officially. So just go in, ask for it. They can have it there. And you guys will be posting pictures of all this stuff. You're on Instagram.
Absolutely.
What is it, at Jerry's USA?
Mm-hmm. At Jerry's USA.
And then on Twitter as well.
Jerry's USA.
So check that out. What did you guys, now boys, turn on the Bam Afghani and Blue Shorts' Archie's 3's microphones.
Hey.
What is the contest here?
I don't know, really, honestly.
I'll tell you. You have to eat 2 cheesesteaks in the time it takes the Bam Afghani to eat 1 cheesesteak.
That's great news. And for everybody out there listening, just so I can report this from the back room, Ivan, the sales girl that works here.
They love being called sales girls, by the way.
Yeah, you know what I mean. She called her friend and she said, "Turn on Watch Junkies right now."
That's horrible.
So if you guys are out there driving around, turn on Watch Junkies.
Well, if you listen to 106 The Fan, you can listen to Watch Junkies. It's watchchaddukes.com, and we'll have an eating contest. Now, Ewad, this is the first one you've been in. First of all, thank you for dressing up for the occasion.
Short started.
Oh, my love started?
Not yet!
Oh, sorry, it's really good.
You have to eat 1 cheesesteak in the time. Now, you've seen this man eat. Do you think you can beat him?
Yeah, Archie's 3 is going to be tough to beat. I've seen him eat 7 cheesesteaks in a row one time. And a whole 6-foot party sub to himself. Straight, with his shirt off.
Unless his knee gives out, you definitely have a fight on your hands. Well, you boys will be eating on watchchaddukes.com. And Paul and Diana, thank you so much for coming in. As always, we love Jerry's and really excited that you keep making the Chad Dukes cheesesteaks and everybody seems to be enjoying them.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. jerry'susa.com to get a location nearest you. And, of course, the sub is still available and we're still counting. Thank you, guys. All right, start eating, for God's sake.
Oh, thank God. We can start?
Right now, yes. 3:22:45 is the official start time. And, Bo, you're watching, right? You can see what's going on out there? All right. Go ahead and watch junkies.com. Let me also say this about Yvonne. She's a nice girl.
Ivan.
She didn't know that Drab T-shirt and Matt Cahill are the same person.
She also has a really scratchy voice and walks by Ewad and me both every single day and only acknowledges Ewad. And I have to hear this every single day. Hi, Ewad!
That's because I'm the big silly.
And I just want to kill myself.
There's a lot going on behind the scenes here. You're not missing much. All right, you boys eat. It's watchchaddukes.com if you want to see the food competition.
WatchChadDuke.com.
Yeah, that's what it is. Would you stop? Would you stop with the skits and bits? Turn off their microphones. Let's take some calls. 800-636-1067 is the phone number. Chris in Winchester, thank you for holding. Why are the Cowboys hated more than other teams?
Well, hey, Chad, first of
buddy.
all, I love your show.
Thanks, man.
I don't think there's one reason. It's just there is so many. I can't even get me started. I'll go on a rant. I mean, it starts with Jerry Jones, meddling owner, worst. I mean, I can't even really name maybe 5 owners in the league. Jerry Jones is always the worst. He's the typical D-bag owner that everybody hates. They have the 2 worst head coaches in the history of the NFL with Barry Switzer, number 1. And then number 1A is definitely Jimmy Johnson. I mean, just the worst. Can't even stand to hear their voices. And then you talk about the players. I mean, everything from Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, all the way to the current Michael Irvin, Des Bryant, and everything in between. They just have the worst. Worst attitude, worst arrogance, cockiness. I'm actually surprised it took this long to take them out of the number 1 spot because they should have been out for a while. And the best part about it is they sucked the last couple of years, so they should have never even been number 1. I just hate the Cowboys from top to bottom.
Yeah, it is weird that the winning, generally when you see teams start to lose, people jump off the bandwagon. That has not been the case with Dallas. 800-636-1067 is the phone number. Let's go to Jeremy in Reston. Jeremy, you have spoken. How are you?
Chad, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, thank you for the call.
I think it's because the Cowboys are like the petri dish for bandwagoners. It was in vogue to be a Cowboys fan regardless of whether they sucked or whether they were good. They, guys could chime in and say, "Oh, well, we won 3 Super Bowls in the '90s. When's the last time you won one?" It's just disgusting. On top of the fact of half of DC is Cowboys fans, it's just atrocious.
It's not half, but it certainly probably is more than most areas, and that is distressing to say the least. But there's a lot of that. You kind of got to get revenge against your daddy. I wasn't held enough. I got to, get my revenge by rooting for the team that's not, who my dad rooted for. There seems to be a lot of that. Wow, is that breaking news? Do we need to go to that right now? All right, we got Redskins breaking news coming up here in just 2 seconds. Let me take one more call. 800-636-1067. We'll go to Zach in Washington, D.C. What's up, Zach?
Dukes, thanks for taking my call, man.
Yeah, man, my pleasure.
Hey, 2 things. One, as a Giants fan, grew up absolutely hating, Cowboys for obvious reasons. But the reason they are the worst, reason number 1, conversation with a Cowboys fan from New York. Oh, so you're from Texas? Oh, you're not? Oh, Dallas? No. So your parents were? Oh, no. Oh, so they were good in the 90s. Got it. Oh, great reason.
Yeah.
Reason number 2 is I went to Cowboy Stadium to see the place that Jerry built. Big game playing San Diego late in the season, and half the place left down 10 in the fourth quarter, and one of the most quietest stadiums I've ever been in. Worst fan base, period.
Well,
I'll hang up and listen.
Thanks, buddy. They're overwhelmed by other teams' fans because that stadium is so big. So I get what you're saying, but it pisses me off as well when you have absolutely no connection to the area for the team you're rooting for. We have breaking Redskins news. Let's go to my buddy Earl Forsey right now for that.
Breaking sports news on Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan.
And we do from the Fan Sports Desk have the latest from Jay Gruden. Now, RG3, Robert Griffin III, back at practice again out at Redskin Park. Jay Gruden making it clear today, saying that RG3 would be the starter for the Redskins at quarterback once again, once he's cleared to play football by team doctors. Now, Gruden said Griffin may begin taking full snaps and full team reps next week. Today through passes in individual and one-on-one drills in the early part of practice. Still, though, a milestone, first such work he's taken since a dislocated ankle suffered in week 2. Now, the expectation is he won't play until November 2nd against Minnesota at the earliest. Team not saying much about a timetable, but Jay Gruden made it clear today RG3 will be back as a starting quarterback once he's cleared to play football again. With breaking sports news all day, every day from the Fan Sports Desk, I'm Earl Forsey, Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan.